Hola Unconventionals, I'm Amelia.
And I'm JP.
And we're sharing our unconventional life with you from Ecuador.
Last weekend we went to ground zero for the COVID pandemic in Ecuador.
Yes, and we're going to share the surreal experience with you in this video.
But before we dive in, if you're new to our channel, you're thinking about moving to Ecuador or visiting here, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell.
Ring the bell, please, because we show what it's really like to live here in Ecuador.
Are you signing?
Yes, we each get one pen for our stay. So everything is very sanitary. And there's alcohol everywhere. No, oops.
You're not standing in your square. That's your square right there.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yes.
Oh,
See,
boy. Wow, they do have everything mapped out. This is quite the, this is very I was going to say entertaining, educational.
Did you forget your mouth words again?
I did. That's because I slept most of the way here. Stop.
We made it. That is a weird building. We are in Guayaquil, Ecuador. This is ground zero for the COVID outbreak in Ecuador. First time we've been back since before the pandemic, and we're here for two very important reasons.
Yes, the first reason is that we are here to say goodbye to a very, very dear friend. I'm very sad.
Me too.
Someone we featured in a lot of our videos.
Yeah.
I think you're going to miss this person as much as we are going to miss this person.
And the second reason we're here is that my iPhone camera stopped working, which is why I haven't been posting very much on Instagram over the last few months. And also, I have a defective battery in my Mac, so we're going to go to the Apple store and try and get both of those fixed, and we're going to share it with you during the process.
Yes, fingers crossed. We get everything
Please
taken
cross
care
your
of.
fingers, everyone. I need lots of crossed fingers so I can get these things fixed.
But the first thing we're going to do is go grab a bite to eat. Listo?
Sí, listo. We haven't been to Mall del Sol in over 3 years, and they have some new restaurants, and this Freshie place looks awesome. They have all kinds of healthy options on the menu. I'm very happy. I'm starving too.
While we wait for our food, I will tell you a little bit more about our check-in process. We are staying at the Sheraton, and 2 days before our arrival, they sent me an email asking for our information, cedula or passport, home address. If we were traveling, they wanted our air information, which of course we were not. And once we got to the airport, we had to have our hands sanitized and get our temperatures taken. And then they have the distancing signs all over the place. When we got to the check-in counter, they had us read through a sheet and agree to all of the terms. It's a questionnaire to ask if you've had any COVID symptoms, and if you do come down with symptoms, that you tell the hotel and that you agree to abide by all the rules and regulations that are here in Ecuador, which of course we said yes to. And they gave us each our own pen that we keep for our stay. Oh, JP's getting his pen.
Hey, that's mine. This is my pen, yes. Amelia.
So they have all sorts of nice biohazard information in place. They gave us a pamphlet as well, and so far so good. And then we walked over, took the pedestrian walkway over here to the mall, and it's the same way in the mall. You go inside, there's a security guard at the door that checks your temperature and has you use the hand sanitizer.
Wow.
Yum.
Hey, bueno.
Muchas gracias. I guess we can take this off now.
Gracias.
I know, wow, this looks amazing. Looks delicious.
Are you going to dive in head first?
Not head first. Ooh, there's noodles in here on the bottom.
I know, that's a peanut sauce.
Wow, it smells so good.
I
got falafel and JP got tofu.
Yum. All right, let's eat.
All right, yes.
Take a bite. Stop playing with your food and eat.
It's good.
I know where we're going for dinner.
I know.
There's a Inoue sushi bar. Yum.
The air conditioning is cranking in here.
It is chilly. All right, where's the map, Amelia?
I don't know.
Well, we're back in the room, and we don't have great news. First of all, we were told by security to stop filming in the mall.
Yep.
But
they were super nice about it.
They were super nice. They said we could take selfies, but we couldn't take any shots of just the mall. So
JP, we got selfie up.
yeah, so I took my phone into the Mac store, and because I bought it in the United States, they can't fix the camera here. They said it has different parts, and they would have to send it to the United States, and they just can't do that right now.
Yeah, so that's actually valuable information that we want to share with everyone out there. We had no idea that they have different models. It's the same, like the iPhone 11, they have the iPhone 11s here, but it's different for Latin America.
Yeah, the phones are different here.
Yes, so something to keep in mind if you're
Yeah.
thinking about buying a phone and bringing it to
Here,
Ecuador.
you might have a hard time getting it repaired. At least
Yes.
the iPhones. There's a lot of Samsungs. I don't know if they have different tech or not, and nobody in the store speaks English either. That's a little bit of a challenge, and they speak very fast. And with all of us wearing our masks, it's very hard to understand.
But we are muddling through. We're going to take
mumbling through.
Mumbling, yeah. We're going to take JP's laptop back. They can service the MacBooks there, so that's good.
The battery is under warranty. It's a recall
Right.
issue, so hopefully they can fix that here.
He did say it was going to take 15 días.
Yeah, 15 days. So it looks like I may be out of a laptop for 15 days.
That means JP and I are going to have to share.
Yeah, so
I
we
don't
may
know how
be
well
angry.
that's gonna go
We may be angry in our next several videos.
Thank goodness I have my iPad.
All right, let's take my Mac back.
All right, let's get her done. As JP mentioned, we were told we could not film inside the mall, but we did get a little bit of video for you guys.
Yeah, we got some video in the Think store. That's the Authorized Apple Premium Reseller that is in the mall. It's kind of like an Apple store, but as far as we know, there are no official Apple stores in Ecuador.
Exactly. And they do have all of the latest models, all the latest devices, but just not as much of a selection.
Yeah, they have limited colors, limited options as far as hardware and stuff, but you will be able to find mostly what you want. So when we went back, there was one guy who spoke some English. He spoke about as much English as we speak Spanish. So between the three of us, we were able to communicate pretty effectively.
Yep, we got everything taken care of, and they were so nice and so helpful at that store. We were really impressed.
And they were able to replace my defective battery. And some people have already asked if it was caused by the ocean, the salt air. Nope, it was a recall that was issued like a year ago, and I've been really slow to get it replaced.
Yeah, he like totally blew it off.
Yeah, so thankfully it didn't blow up before I got it fixed.
That would have been very bad.
So we have to go back in a couple weeks to get my Mac.
Yep, 15 días.
Sun is setting. You're missing it.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's so cool.
Let's zoom in. Wow.
Right, it's a lot different than
Yeah.
it is in the...
There's no ocean.
alone, I know. But it's really pretty. We did a little bit more shopping, watched the sunset, and now we are going to go grab a bite to eat at Noe.
Yeah, there's a Noe sushi over here I showed you earlier. There's one in Cuenca that we used to go to on special occasions.
Yeah, and I was telling JP, I can't believe it, but I actually forgot to bring chocolate, so we have a chocolate emergency.
We don't like those.
Fortunately, we're right by a Mega Maxi, so I think we're gonna bop in there and see if they have some delicious Picari.
Yeah, Amelia can't go a day without her chocolate.
Hell no.
Coffee and chocolate, the two C's.
That's right.
All right, let's go get some dinner.
Okay.
We love going to Noe. We feel so spoiled when we go there. We've actually been to, I think, 4 different Noes in Ecuador now.
I think you're right. We have been to 4 different Noes. Yeah, that's one of our favorites. It is a special treat. We do love it. What was really cool is now they have those little QR codes. So you just scan it with your cell phone and then you can download the menu that way. So that way they don't have to pass out the regular menus. Although they do have them if you want a hard copy menu.
Yeah, and they also have the passwords for their Wi-Fi on the little table stand underneath the QR code so that you can access their internet from there.
Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. So we spent, usually we spend about $60 to $80 for dinner there for the two of us, depending on how much sake and wine we drink.
And how many appetizers we get, how hungry we are.
Yeah, but to put that in perspective, when we used to go to places like that in Denver, we would spend at least $120, sometimes more than that. So it's about half the cost here.
Yeah, it's a splurge, but it's definitely a lot more affordable. And it is delicious.
They have 2 pages of vegetarian options on their menu, and we love all of the colorful, delicious food that they have.
After dinner, we took the short walk over to the Mega Maxi because I had to get my chocolate.
Yeah, we can't go to bed without chocolate.
And mission accomplished. I was very happy.
So we didn't film inside the Mega Maxi because we weren't sure what their policy was, and we didn't want to get yelled at.
Nobody yells at you here.
No, they're so nice.
I know.
It's a lot nicer than a super Walmart.
Yeah.
It's a lot like a super Target. It's got the grocery stores, the clothing, household items. It's got pretty much everything.
The next day, we went to the airport to say goodbye to a dear friend who many of you will recognize.
There you are.
Hola.
Hola.
We don't want you to leave.
I know, Chino, I've been crying. I miss you so much.
We have presents.
Yes, here's some big
Thank you.
gifts. Thank you. Thank you.
Air hug.
No.
Air hug.
I'm so sad. But I'm really glad we got to see you, even if it was only for 5 minutes. We love you guys.
We just said our goodbyes to Abin and Chinu, and the airport is empty. There is no one here. It's kind of weird. I was just telling JP, we're walking down the ramp to go find a taxi, and normally this would be dangerous, but there's no cars.
Yeah, it's dead.
It is weird.
It is very eerie. We're really sad. We're sad to say goodbye to Chinu.
I know, my heart hurts, but
She's going back to India for a while. Hopefully she'll be back.
yes.
But we're very sad. Amelia's fighting back the tears
I
and
know,
not talking right now.
Oh, I've been wanting to cry, but I'm glad we got to see her, even if it was for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
Yeah, it's so weird being in an airport when there's no one there.
Yeah, that was very, very bizarre. Not one car, except for this taxi.
Yeah, thankfully his taxi drove by right when we needed him.
Yes.
We're gonna head back to our hotel now. We have some more errands to run.
I'm so glad we got to see Chinu and Abin. Chinu looked beautiful, and they're expecting their first baby. We're so excited.
I know, we really are. And she's heading back to India to have the baby and to be closer to the families, both of their families during this process.
Yeah, she has to quarantine, Unconventional's quarantine for 28 days.
28 days.
And she said they can't even walk outside, so it's pretty strict.
We hope Chinu will be back in Ecuador sometime next year with the baby.
Yes, I can't wait to see Chinu again and meet the baby, but we'll get to see Abin before because he's in Cuenca.
Yeah, and in honor of them, we put together a short tribute featuring all the times they've been in our videos.
Yes, and when we come back after that clip, we're going to share more of the safety measures that are in place here in Ecuador and what you can expect if you're going to travel to Guayaquil or another big city here. The last time you see Chinu's smiling face in one of our videos.
Now, whether in India or Ecuador, we will be seeing Chinu again.
Yes. Guayaquil is a lot different now than it was before the pandemic.
Yeah, it's usually a really busy city with lots of traffic. There's usually 5-6 buses stacked up against each other. Sometimes it's hard to even cross the street there because the buses will be lined up, blocking intersections, and we just didn't see hardly any buses while we were there this time.
No, I think I saw 2.
Yeah.
Lots of taxis, though.
Yeah, it seems like a lot more taxis than there used to be. So we looked outside our hotel room and we saw a bunch of lines of people all standing 6 feet apart. And then later realized that those were for the banks. You have to wait in line outside to get inside the mall to go to the banks.
When you go in any public space, you have to get your temperature checked and you have to have your hands sanitized. Sometimes they would spray us down with a little bit of alcohol on our bodies. You also have to step on one of those mats and they pour some sort of disinfectant in there, like a green mat kind of thing, to disinfect your shoes. And so we had to do that when we went into the mall, when we went into the hotel, and when we went into Mega Maxi. Even though we had done that to enter the mall and the entrance to Mega Maxi was in the mall, we still had to go through Mega Maxi's biosecurity checkpoint area and have it all done again. And we also had to do that at Noe. So keep in mind, it's not a one and done.
Yeah, thankfully the temperature checks are electronic. They just like scan your wrist. You don't have to bend over.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Do I have to do that again?
No, you...
It's not painful.
No, it's actually really easy. They don't touch you. There's no touching. But you do have to wear your masks inside any public space. And outside, it is the law here in Ecuador. You have to mask up.
Yeah. And something else we noticed that was different is they now have a plexiglass divider on all the counters. Everywhere, like the restaurants, the hotel, everywhere had plastic dividers.
Yeah, they didn't have it at the Think store. But everybody had their masks on.
Yeah.
It was interesting. I felt very safe and very comfortable. Everything is squeaky clean. It was really interesting being in the hotel because you're used to seeing a lot more people in the hotel, and we know there were people staying there because we saw them at breakfast. But like the hotel bar was completely empty. There was one bartender and one couple sitting at the bar, so 2 people at the bar. And then there's a private room. There was a very small wedding party. So you just aren't seeing the big groups of people like you used to because that is not allowed.
Yeah, we were shocked to see an Ecuadorian wedding with only like 5 to 10 people.
Yeah.
Or it was the reception, but there were just a handful of people in there. It's a lot different now.
It's a lot different, but like I said, it's very safe, and they're taking it very seriously. We could tell when we went out to eat, whether it was at Noe or at the hotel, that they had removed tables and socially distanced, and they did a good job. With the safety measures.
And all the benches in the malls and some of the tables in the restaurants had X's on parts of the chairs and the seats, so you couldn't sit everywhere.
And everyone followed the rules. They really learned their lesson since they had such a horrible outbreak. They're taking it very seriously.
Yeah, early in the pandemic, there was footage of really unsavory footage of Guayaquil. It made international news. But I did just read about a month ago in the Wall Street Journal, they did a whole article on what Guayaquil has done right and how other countries can learn from them as a major city that's recovered from the pandemic and done a really good job at it. So hopefully some other cities will pay attention to what they've done because they've kicked this thing's butt really pretty quickly. Within about 2 to 3 months after that footage came out, they had it under control.
Yeah, and hopefully it will continue to improve. Like I said, we felt really safe there. I almost forgot to tell you, Unconventionals, that we hired a private driver. We actually took a taxi from Olón to Guayaquil. We would take the CLP bus pre-pandemic, but they are not running. And it is more expensive, but we did feel very safe. The taxi ride was $70 one way.
Yeah, and I gave him $80 to cover tip and tolls.
Yes.
Because that is a toll road between Olón and Guayaquil.
But then I had extra space to bring back all my chocolate.
Yeah. It is nice taking a private driver. It took 2 hours and 40 minutes, and he delivered us door to door. He picked us up at our place and dropped us off right in front of the hotel. So that is nice. So with the CLP bus, it would have cost $14 total. It's $7 a ticket. Then we would have spent about $5 in cab ride to get from the bus terminal to the hotel. So yeah, it's like It's quite a bit more expensive. It's about 4 times more expensive to take a private driver, but there is a lot to be said for the safety and convenience of that.
Yes. And right now you don't have an option.
I think that's all we have for this video. If you enjoyed it, leave us a thumbs up, please.
Yes, please. And if you have any specific questions, feel free to leave those in the comments below.
All right, guys. Hope you have an unconventional day, and we'll see you all in our next video.
Ciao.
Ciao.